Take a moment. Let the room grow still around you. The day is behind you now, and there's nowhere you need to be. Nothing left to do. Close your eyes. Let your breath slow. We are going on a quiet journey, far away from today, and deeper into a world long gone. We're heading to the Roman countryside. Not the Rome of emperors and armies. Not the noisy forums or marble palaces. But to the peaceful roads, the forgotten lanes. Where soft winds stir the olive trees, and distant footsteps echo gently on worn stones. This is the Rome of quiet farms, sleepy inns, and fields that shimmer beneath the golden sun. So come with me now. Step softly onto the path. And let the old world welcome you.
It is early morning in Latium, the central heartland of ancient Rome. A gentle mist clings to the vineyards, and the sun is only just brushing the tops of the cypress trees. Somewhere not far from the great city gates, a stone road stretches southward, the Via Appia, the queen of roads. But we're not walking its busiest stretch. We've taken a smaller branch, a quieter route, curving through rolling hills and farmland. There is a traveler here. Perhaps it's you. Your steps are slow and unhurried. A soft breeze follows you, carrying the scent of crushed thyme and damp earth. You pass beneath a crumbling milestone. The letters are ancient, weathered by time, but still proud. It reads, "To Archaea, 12 miles. A small town nestled among the hills. We'll reach it before nightfall." Along the way, there is no rush. Only the rhythm of the road, the hum of distant bees, and the whisper of wind through tall grass. This is not the Rome of legend. This is the Rome of daily life. And we are just passing through. On either side of the road now, olive groves stretch like old guardians of the land. The trees are gnarled and ancient, their trunks twisted with age. They have stood here for hundreds of years, long before even Caesar walked these roads. A shepherd sits beneath one, tuning a small reed pipe. He plays no song yet, just listening to the sounds of the morning. His flock grazes nearby, white dots moving slowly among the green. The birds begin to wake. A lark calls out. A dove responds. The music of the countryside is soft and never hurried. Sometimes, a cart creaks past, pulled by a sleepy donkey, carrying jugs of olive oil or baskets of figs. The driver nods a slow greeting, then continues on. The road is not empty. It lives and breathes, quietly. In the fields beyond, a woman tends a patch of herbs. She pauses to lift her face to the sun, eyes closed, as if to catch a memory drifting on the morning breeze. And in that moment, everything feels still. Time is thick and slow here. Around mid-morning, you come across a small roadside mutatio, a way station where tired travelers may rest their animals, and sometimes themselves. It's not much, a stone structure with a tiled roof, shaded by a fig tree. A clay jar stands outside, filled with cool water. Someone has left a bunch of fresh rosemary tucked in its neck. The scent is soft and comforting. An old man tends the station. His tunic is simple, and his hands are stained with oil from repairing wagon wheels. But his eyes are kind, and he waves you over. "Sit," he says gently, gesturing to a low stone bench. "So you do." He brings you bread and soft cheese wrapped in fig leaves. He doesn't ask questions. Travelers come and go. Stories pass like clouds. For a while, you simply sit, listening to the wind. The breeze shifts the branches of the fig tree, and a few ripe fruits drop to the ground with a soft thud. The road is quiet today. And there is no hurry. Just past the station, nestled between two tall poplars, is a lararium, a small roadside shrine. It honors the Lares, the guardian spirits of the land and home. Someone has left offerings here, a sprig of laurel, a small shell, a bit of honeycomb wrapped in cloth, all placed gently, with reverence. You stop for a moment. There is a stillness in the air. Even the birds seem to quiet, just for a breath. In the time of the Romans, it was common to honor the spirits of the land. Every path, every farm, every threshold had its guardians. And so travelers gave thanks, not out of fear, but gratitude. Gratitude for a safe journey, for soft weather, for the kindness of strangers. You leave a small pebble, smooth and warm from your pocket. It is enough. And as you step away, the wind picks up slightly, stirring the long grasses beside the road. Perhaps the spirits are watching. Or perhaps it's just the breeze. Either way, the road stretches on. By midday, the path rises gently. You climb into the low hills, where the land grows quiet again. Fields of barley ripple like golden waves in the wind. And far in the distance, the outline of Archaea becomes faintly visible, tucked among the wooded slopes. But we are in no hurry to reach it. Here, in these hills, there is peace. A few goats cross the road ahead, their bells soft as whispers. A child herding them raises a hand in greeting, then vanishes behind a stone wall. You pause to drink from a stream. The water is cold and clean, flowing over pebbles worn smooth since the days of the Republic. Above you, hawks circle silently. And beneath your feet, the earth is warm. You lie back on the grass for a moment, letting the quiet settle around you like a blanket. You feel the heartbeat of the land beneath you. Slow, ancient, still. The road will wait. For now, just breathe. The road continues, winding gently along a ridge, past sloping terraces of farmland that roll like waves in a sleeping sea. Here, a family of farmers tends to the wheat. But there is no rush in their movements. The sun is warm but not harsh, and the breeze keeps the air moving, slow and steady, like lullaby. A young woman scatters seeds for chickens near the farmhouse, her long robe swaying with her steps. A boy nearby gathers olives into a basket, stopping now and then to chase a sleepy lizard into the underbrush. The house is made of pale stone, with wooden shutters and a tiled roof. Smoke curls from its chimney, not thick or urgent, just the soft sign of something cooking gently inside. The scent of fresh bread carries across the fields. There is laughter in the distance, though even that sounds hushed by the air. These are lives lived quietly, shaped by soil, season, and sun. You walk slowly by, offering a nod. They wave in return. No words are needed. Travelers are expected here, even welcomed. Not far down the road, you spot a small roadside tavern, a taberna viatoria, meant for passing travelers. It's low and wide, built of rough stone with red clay tiles. A wooden sign hangs from an iron hook, swaying gently with the wind. There's a faded image painted on it, a loaf of bread and a cup of wine. A promise of simple things. Inside, the air is cool. Shaded from the sun, it smells of herbs, bread, and the faint sharpness of wine. The innkeeper is a woman with sun-lined skin and a quiet voice. She shows you to a seat near a window, where grapevines twist around the sill. You are served lentil soup, warm and full of garlic and rosemary. With it comes flatbread still soft from the oven and a cup of watered wine, not strong, just enough to soften the edges of a day. No one speaks loudly here. A merchant naps near the hearth. A soldier writes in a small notebook by the light. Outside, a bee hums lazily past the open door. As you step outside again, a small brown dog trots up beside you. It's not clear where he came from, perhaps from the tavern, perhaps from the fields. But he walks beside you like an old companion. His ears twitch with each sound. Now and then, he pauses to sniff a stone or investigate a beetle, before rejoining you, trotting with gentle confidence. You pass through a grove of almond trees. Their bark is pale and soft, their leaves dancing quietly above. Some nuts have already fallen, and the dog noses one curiously before sneezing and leaving it alone. There's a small villa here, not grand or noble, but neat. Its door is painted red, its courtyard swept. An older couple tends to flower pots, laughing softly over the growth of their basil. The dog sits beside a gate and waits patiently. You pause too, listening. They do not notice you. And that's fine. Some moments aren't meant to be interrupted. You walk on, and the dog follows. Farther along the road, you come across a curious sight, faint carvings in a flat stone at the edge of the path. They look like old names, scratched in with knives or sticks. Marcus was here. Julia walked to our IKEA. A small drawing of a fish. Another of a sandal. It's graffiti, ancient and forgotten, left by travelers long past. Not vandalism. More like whispers from the past. You crouch to look closer. One reads, "Safe roads and soft winds." A blessing. Perhaps from a soldier. Or a mother sending her child to market. Even on quiet roads, people leave traces. Fleeting marks. Simple stories. You don't write anything, not today. But you remember them. As you walk, their names walk with you. As the afternoon wears on, you enter a small cypress grove. The trees stand tall and narrow, like sentinels. Their needles rustle softly in the wind, and the shadows beneath them are long and cool. The dog lies down beneath one, resting his chin on his paws. You sit too, leaning back against the trunk. The bark is rough but grounding, and the scent of the resin is sharp and clean. You can hear the rustle of a lizard in the leaves. And far away, a shepherd sings to himself, a tune meant only for the sheep, drifting like mist on the wind. Above you, small birds hop from branch to branch. Their feathers shimmer in the sun like old bronze. You close your eyes, just for a moment. There's no need to keep walking yet. The road is still there. But so is this quiet place. And for now, this is enough. The path gently rises once again. Not steep, just a slow, winding slope that draws you upward into the folds of the land. Each step is quiet. The soles of your sandals scuff softly on the gravel and dust. The road curves like a ribbon through the open hills, where grass sways in long, unbroken stretches. Farmland gives way now to open countryside, places where no walls mark the fields, and the horizon stretches wide and low. The sky here seems larger. The clouds more deliberate in their motion, like drifting thoughts too lazy to form into words. A shepherd passes you on the ridge, leading 3 tired sheep and carrying a flute carved from olive wood. He nods to you, the brief, timeless nod of one traveler to another, and continues on, leaving behind a gentle tune that fades slowly with the wind. You pause to breathe deeply. The air smells faintly of lavender and dry rock. The warmth of the sun has settled into your shoulders. And somewhere nearby, a hawk cries, not sharp, not fierce. Just part of the silence. Around the next bend, tucked under the arms of 2 leaning oak trees, sits a stone altar, worn and softened by centuries of wind and rain. It's not marked on any map, and even the locals might not know its name. But it once belonged to someone, perhaps a shepherd's offering place, or a small country shrine to a half-forgotten god. Small objects still rest atop it. A smooth shell. A single feather. A broken ring. Not grand tributes, but private ones, left by quiet hands. There is no inscription anymore. The letters have faded into the stone like dreams. But the shape of the altar is still proud, still waiting, as if listening for footsteps that rarely come. You sit beside it for a while. Not praying. Just being. The wind rustles through the oaks above you. A butterfly flits past. And for a moment, the world feels like it's breathing with you, slow, warm, and alive. Later, you come to a section of road that is slightly sunken, cut deeply between banks of rock, worn down by centuries of footfall and wheel tracks. The walls are carved here. Not deliberately, just shaped by time. But if you run your fingers along the stone, you feel the gentle indentations of thousands of hands. The path has memory. Footprints long faded have become the very texture of the earth. A wagon passed here. A soldier returned from campaign. A child walked ahead of her mother, kicking pebbles into the ditch. You imagine them, ghosts not of fear, but of simple living. And for a moment, it feels as if the road remembers you too. You pause. A small leaf drifts down from above, landing on your shoulder before continuing on its way. The world offers no signs, no answers. Only presence. Only peace. Deeper in the hills, you find a grove where the trees grow denser, laurel and ash, thick with shadow. Here, hidden among the trunks, is a shrine to Silvanus, the Roman god of woods and fields. It's nothing grand. Just a simple stone figure nestled between two tree roots. Moss has grown across his legs, and ivy winds over his arms. But his face remains, bearded and kind, eyes closed in contentment. Someone has left acorns in his lap. And beside him, a tiny clay cup filled with rainwater. You sit on a rock nearby. The forest sounds surround you, the soft flutter of birds, the faint creak of branches, and your own breathing, slow and even. You don't say anything. Silvanus doesn't need prayers. He is already here, in the trees, in the ground, in the stillness. You stay until the sun begins to lean. At last, the trees begin to thin, and you find yourself standing on a small rise. Below you, the valley stretches wide and golden, fields, orchards, rivers, and tiny villas scattered like pebbles on a blanket. The sky has begun to shift toward late afternoon. The light has turned honey-colored. The shadows are long. The little dog, still by your side, sits and watches with you. For a moment, there is nothing to do but look. The world spreads quietly before you. You don't think of Rome. You don't think of where you've been. You simply are. A bird glides past, casting a long shadow over the road. And then, slowly, you begin walking again. Toward the dusk. Toward rest. Toward Archaea. As the road winds lower, you begin to see signs of life again. The quiet hills give way to signs of a village, small, whitewashed homes with red clay roofs, gardens fenced with woven branches, and thin plumes of smoke rising from hearths. You've reached the outskirts of Archaea, not a city, but a sleepy town with Etruscan roots and Roman touches. It is a place where people still live close to the land, though the Via Appia passes not far away. A child runs barefoot down the lane with a stick, chasing chickens. A woman scrubs linen in a wooden basin, humming a tune that sounds like it was passed from her grandmother. Two old men sit in the shade of a stone wall, rolling dice slowly and sipping watered wine. The scent of fennel and garlic drifts from an open window. There is no noise, no urgency. Just the quiet rhythm of a village preparing for evening. And the dog beside you, still with you since midday, trots ahead confidently now, as if he knows the place. Perhaps he does. Soon, you reach the center of the village, a small, open square paved with uneven stones. It is not crowded, not bustling. Just active, like a gentle breath. Vendors pack up their goods as the sun dips lower. A woman sells dried figs and almonds from a basket. An old man with a cart of clay jugs offers a sample of honeyed wine to anyone passing by. There's a sound of clinking, not coins, but metal tools being packed away. A blacksmith across the square wipes his brow and stretches his arms, the day's work done. A boy with a flute tries to play a song but keeps giggling halfway through. In the far corner, a painted wooden statue of Diana, the guardian of this region, stands beside a small altar. Fresh rosemary has been laid at her feet. You buy a small loaf of bread, still warm. And as you sit on the edge of a dry fountain to eat, a cat curls up beside you, purring softly into the stone. There's no need for a feast. Just bread, a little wine, and the sound of people being people. As the sky turns lavender, a soft bell rings in the distance. You turn to see a group of shepherds returning through the lower gate. Their cloaks are dusted with straw. Their sheep move slowly, heads low, content and tired. The lead shepherd carries a crooked staff and hums something low and wordless. Villagers come out to greet them. A young girl hugs her brother, who has returned with the flock. A woman hands a bundle of herbs to one of the men, perhaps something for supper, perhaps a thank you. The sheep shuffle through the square toward the pens, their bells soft and steady. The sun dips lower still. A man lights a small oil lamp near the altar of Diana. The flame flickers against the cooling stone. The market is empty now. The last cart rolls away. But the voices remain, soft and familiar, like water in a shallow stream. Now the village begins to settle. Oil lamps flicker in windows. Children are called inside, their play ending in laughter and yawns. Dogs bark once, then fall silent. A pot simmers somewhere. The scent of bay leaves drifts through the square. You wander a little, past homes and courtyards. Some doors are open, some closed, but all of them glow faintly with the warm, golden flicker of firelight. You hear a lullaby, sung softly in Latin, not clear enough to understand the words, but gentle, like water rocking a boat. The dog by your side walks a little slower now, his tail low, his steps sleepy. You come to a stone bench under a fig tree and sit down. Above you, the first stars begin to appear, faint and ancient. Somewhere nearby, a wooden chime tinkles softly in the breeze. And for a long while, you don't move. You are held here, not by force, but by stillness. The kind that settles gently on the soul. You rise once more, taking the road out of the village now, just a short stretch left, a path that leads to the grove above Arakia. The air is cooler, but not cold. Crickets sing softly. The sky is darker now, painted in deep blues and scattered silver. You hear only your own footsteps, and the gentle padding of the dog beside you. Then, a breeze passes, and with it, a scent. Lavender, hearthfire, a distant fig tree. You climb slowly, step by step, to the top of the small rise where the road curves. From here, you can see the valley below. Lights of the village glow like fireflies. The land feels like a dream, stretched out in stillness, as if caught in the last deep breath of the day. And so, you sit. Not to wait, not to think. Just to rest. The road has brought you here. And tomorrow, perhaps, it will lead you onward. But tonight, there is nothing left to do. Only this moment. Only peace. You sit quietly on the small hill, just above the village of Arakia. The sky is deepening, turning from indigo to navy, and then slowly to a soft velvet black. The stars have arrived. Not all at once, but one by one, like lanterns being lit in the great sky hall above you. There is no moon tonight, or perhaps she's resting behind the hills. Either way, the darkness is gentle, not frightening. It wraps around you like a soft cloak, full of old stories and quiet breaths. Below, The village glows faintly. Just dots of golden light now. The laughter is gone. The voices are hushed. Only the night creatures sing, crickets in the dry grass, the occasional owl calling softly through the olive trees. And the dog, curled beside you, breathes in slow, steady rhythm. His ears twitch once, then settle. You lean back, resting on your elbows, and look upward. The stars seem to know something. Something old and slow and peaceful. You don't need to know it. It's enough just to be under them. As the night deepens, your thoughts begin to slow, not heavy, not restless. Just long and smooth, like river stones under water. You begin to remember. Not facts, not details, but sensations. The soft crunch of gravel under your feet that morning. The smell of rosemary in the way station. The quiet nod of the shepherd. The way the child's laughter echoed near the market. The creak of the old tavern sign. All of it has passed through you gently, like wind, like water. You think of the offerings at the roadside shrine, the old altar nestled beneath the oaks, the carved graffiti left by forgotten hands. Each one, a tiny voice. Not calling loudly, just whispering, "We were here too." You run your hand along the earth beside you. It feels warm, even now. Beneath this land, beneath all the dust and stone and memory, people once lived as you have lived, slowly, softly, with time to look, and time to rest. You sigh. Not from sadness, but from fullness. The road has been long, and beautiful, and quiet. Later, much later, you rise and walk slowly back into the village. A friend of the tavern woman has left a guest room open. A simple space. Stone floor. Wooden bed. A folded blanket of wool. A clay lamp burns gently on a small table. The flame flickers with a rhythm all its own. You step inside and close the door. No latch. No lock. Just quiet. You sit for a moment on the edge of the bed. Remove your sandals. Loosen your cloak. The dog circles once, then curls at the foot of the bed with a huff of contentment. The lamp crackles softly. Its glow casts shadows on the wall, shapes like leaves, like waves, like dreams waiting just beyond the edge of sleep. You lie down. The blanket is heavy and cool at first, then warm. The pillow smells faintly of herbs and clean linen. And the quiet is deep. Not the quiet of emptiness, but of completeness. Everything is done. The day has arrived at its end. And the road has carried you gently here. Lying still, your breath slows. You feel it, the way your chest rises and falls in time with something larger, something older. The earth itself. The countryside is not silent. It sleeps. But it does not stop. The wind moves gently through olive groves. A cicada sings once, then is quiet. The stars turn slowly in their silent orbit. And your breath joins them. You are not apart from this world. You are woven into it, like thread in a great tapestry, unseen but essential. The land remembers you. The road has accepted you. And the sleep that finds you now is deep and ancient. The oil lamp burns lower now. Its glow fades slowly, like a tide receding. The dog stirs once, then is still. Your limbs are heavy. Your thoughts are dim stars on a dark sea. The road still runs through your dreams, winding gently through hills, past shrines, through olive groves and stone paths. But there is no need to walk it now. You are already home. No more steps. No more sounds. Only sleep. And far away, the quiet roads wait. whenever you wish to walk them again.